Bird. Okay.
On your story for Instagram? Snapper Chapper?
I got Snapchat.
I do too, but I literally
For
don't use
Bud.
I don't even know how to use it.
it. Me either. You wanna know why, Craig? Because we're fucking old.
He's not. He's being 100% honest.
I mean, it's smart. Auto erases your messages.
Dawson, you have to share your audio. Can't hear you. Yeah. Yes.
Oh, so I can turn mine off, so only
No,
you guys
don't
can
do that.
Come on, bro. I don't know anything
It's a
about gaming
podcast.
and YouTube.
It's
You don't have
something
to contribute
different.
to the conversation. Just have normal
why I'm
conversation.
That's what I'm saying. I should just mute myself.
Let me look. Settings. I'll share your voice. It's literally right under microphone level. Yeah. It's for the party.
I'm so loading it up.
What's that? Send more? Send more invites? Started share screen. Check it out.
So low. There you go, you should be able to do it now.
Okay, I'm listening to the thing.
Jesus, Mike.
It's not me, homie.
Was that not you?
It was not me.
Hmm.
I can't make that noise and hit my vape at the same time. That'd be impressive, though.
Okay. Well, here we are, episode 2 of the podcast. I'm Dylan, and I'm joined by my co-hosts Dawson and Mike, and we have
What
a
up?
special guest, C-Love, today.
Hola!
Today, we will be talking about how we started gaming, how we got into gaming, and how YouTube impacted the gaming scene. Alright, who wants to start the discussion?
Dill, you want to start? Since you're the host?
Go for it.
Alright, so I probably started playing when I was around 8 years old. Start with an age estimate of about when I started, 7 or 8, I don't know, something around there. How about you, Mike?
Well, considering Atari was still a thing when I started playing video games, I was about 5.
And we'll
And
jump to,
that was well before the YouTube times.
Right. We'll jump to the next co-host.
I want to say like maybe 5 through 8, somewhere in there. I started playing on my dad's on 64. Played Smash Bros all the time. That was like kind of how I started.
GoldenEye? Did you play GoldenEye?
Actually, I did play GoldenEye. I still have it.
Oh, that's lit.
I still have the original N64.
Alright, C-Love, how about you?
I definitely started about 5 years old. And the reason I know that is because I got the very first Nintendo when they came out in 1984.
Goddamn.
And I loved Duck Duck and Mario Brothers.
7 years before I was born.
What was the first game ever? Or, well, you guys already kind of touched, so I didn't touch, I guess. The first game I really started playing, I feel like, was like World at War or like freaking Black Ops 1. Like, I was in the COD scene basically right away.
For me, it was like Donkey Kong, Kirby, Mario. I mean, Game Boy just kind of came out when I was a kid, so that was cool.
Dawson.
Yeah, I originally started with like Super Smash Bros. on the N64, but I played stuff like GoldenEye, obviously, which obviously I was no good at because I was that young. But we also had a GameCube when I was growing up, so obviously I played like Lego Star Wars or like Super Mario Sunshine. That was the first console I ever played my first Call of Duty on. I think it was Call of Duty 2. I think it was. I think that's Big Red One. I could be wrong, but I remember playing that game a ton, even though I wasn't supposed to. that was like the first COD game I ever played for sure.
Dad said you said the games on the original Nintendo.
Yeah, it came with Super Mario Brothers and Duck Hunt, and I hated that damn dog.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He was rude. It was uncalled for.
He always laughed at you.
Yeah.
Just making fun of you all the time.
I'm not supposed to
Oh,
be
I
a
didn't
crack
change to
shot.
my driver. That was a mistake.
Nothing wrong with that.
So, you guys already touched on what you started on. I feel so like, I don't want to say degenerate, but like degenerate at the same time, because I started on the freaking PS3.
So far, so good.
I had a Wii and
say
I had a
that
Game Boy,
degenerate.
obviously.
The first system I played
Yeah, your
was
sister's
Atari at my grandparents' camp in Chippewa Bay.
Where's that at?
Oh no, I had a PS2. I forgot.
Just south of Alexandria Bay.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
I remember
haven't
having
personally been up that way, but
I remember having a PS2 and all I'd play was freaking that Dragon Ball fighting game. I was obsessed with that thing.
oh, that's
That
sick.
game was pretty sick.
Oh,
Dude, it's like I loved it. I'm like, why aren't we going to the next hole? But then I realized, I feel like what really started getting me into like gaming, like serious, like the way I play now, like more RPGs, more FPS, more like it was definitely watching YouTubers play. Like I've always loved watching YouTubers play.
It's funny because I feel like you don't play RPGs that much. I feel like you more so focus on like FPS games, although you do play some RPG games.
Right,
as
like
of
I don't
late,
play
feel
them a
like.
lot,
Yeah.
but like I have, and they're good. Or,
I
like,
definitely tend to play more RPG games. I just enjoy them a little more than FPS games, but I do play them with you guys all the time. But
I
definitely
tend to
prefer
enjoy
RPG games.
BDSM games. Oh, that's wrong podcast. Sorry.
Well done.
Or is it? Okay. Love you.
But I mean, what really got everyone else into gaming? I guess.
I feel like my
older
dad.
brothers.
Your older brothers? How many siblings do you have, Mike?
I have 3 older brothers.
Oh snap! Yeah, I definitely started because of my dad. Just like watching him play games growing up. So like obviously I wanted to play them too. But when I got my first console, like I had a PS2 and Xbox 360 and all that stuff. But like when I got my first console, which was an Xbox 360. Definitely inspired from watching some YouTubers playing like Black Ops 2, stuff like that, and just like the Vanoss crew notably comes to mind. Like just watching their Black Ops 2 funny moments like made me want to have similar experiences to that.
Even though we never could, like.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we never could, but you know we always tried to have fun and like make it seem like that.
Yeah, even though people
So
were
that's what's
straight.
funny to me, because like you guys grew up with YouTube being a thing, as opposed to me and Craig, who did not.
Yeah.
And if I wanted information on a video game, I had to go to a website called cheatcc.com.
Yep. Oh, it's funny. I had YouTube and I still know about that place.
Ooh, I just went right into the tree and then into the pond because I was not paying attention.
I mean,
Nice.
so don't feel
I
bad.
just went straight into the pond.
No, I definitely, like, I got into gaming basically just because, I mean, yeah, there was Atari and the Commodore 64 and all that back in the day. But just when the Nintendo came out, that's, to me, kind of seems when gaming per se started to really become a thing. Because before that, you know, back in my day, a lot
It
of
was
us
outside.
went to arcades.
Yeah.
Well, we went out, yeah, we played outside, or like the video game, you went to an arcade.
Yeah, mine was like kind of similar. Not necessarily arcade age, but it was more your parents were like, you need to be outside and don't come in until it's dark.
So like I feel like I grew up during, I almost want to say like the golden age of video games. Like it was when a lot of like newer consoles were being pumped out in competition with each other. Like I mean Sony and Microsoft were going back and forth with Xbox and PlayStation, so like they constantly were trying to outdo each other. Like with better games, better consoles, better everything. Like what is it like
Console
for
wars.
Mike or Craig? Either of you guys can answer this, or both of you can. Like what do you guys think about like how far games have come? Like
I mean,
from
it's
how you
fair
saw
enough.
them.
when I was a kid, if you wanted to play with someone, you either had to have 2 controllers or take turns.
Yeah.
That's like the real start of like LAN parties, really, right? Like kind of
Yeah,
the
I mean,
idea.
your
Yeah.
TV had to be on channel 3.
Yeah.
There was no HDMI's or...
Yeah, and there wasn't really LAN, like back when I played, there wasn't really LAN parties. Like there
You
was
just
the
went to a
occasional
friend's
game-
house.
Yeah, and there was the occasional game that might allow up to 4 players, but you all played on the same TV, the same,
Which
same
was,
console.
yeah, like GoldenEye, and then you'd have to
Yeah,
yell
like
at somebody for...
GoldenEye.
We called it screen looking.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, screen peeking. Yeah, I'm old enough to know about that
Right.
stuff, like playing split screen with Dylan all the time, stuff like that. Like I do
But
get
yeah,
that
was
stuff,
the
like
only
playing
way we
local.
could play. And as far as graphics, I mean, come on,
Jeez,
go back
yeah.
and
Yeah.
go back and look at a video from friggin' the original Mario Brothers. And
Yeah,
then
I mean-
look at like the game we're playing right
Yeah.
now. It's
Call of Duty
it's-
now is 220 gigs. Kirby
Yeah.
was 16 megabytes.
Or was it megabytes or megabits? Dude, I think it was
Megabits,
megabytes.
yeah.
Yeah, I think it was
No,
megabits.
it might have been
Nintendo
megabits.
was 16-bit. Yeah.
Yeah. So like when games like that came out, I mean, we're talking minuscule.
I mean,
Compared to
we
the stuff
thought
Everything was like
nowadays.
we thought
pixel.
it not being completely pixelated was okay, but
Yeah, I mean, back when I started playing video games, like, was really mostly like PlayStation 1. I remember thinking to myself, like, wow, how could they make it look any more real than this?
yeah. And then the 2
Yeah.
comes out and you're like, holy shit. And then the 3 comes out and you're like, what the hell?
Let's see how we
Yeah.
And now it's like you're almost looking at a movie sometimes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I feel
especially
like
if you...
I feel like people think. Sorry about that. I feel like sometimes people lose the plot a little bit with like how games look nowadays. Like everyone's. I mean, including myself. Sometimes I'm like, I get used to playing on a 4K TV because I'm fortunate enough to have one, and like, so I'm used to seeing games in that quality. So I feel like sometimes going back and playing an older game, it doesn't have the same effect as it used to. Like playing a game like Call of Duty
Oh, yeah,
2
'cause
or like
even-
playing Smash Bros. I mean, you go back and you're like, wow, this looks like trash, but you still have fun because you're remembering like what it was like playing that game back then. But
Well,
that was
compared
busted
to
out.
nowadays,
I busted out a Sega Genesis with my kids and just destroyed them in Mortal Kombat.
What do I do?
Like, they did not understand why the controller only had an A and B and,
A D-pad.
yeah, a D-pad.
No
Like,
triggers,
what do
no
I do here?
joysticks.
Yeah, talk about freaking controller evolution. Like we're
Oh,
getting
dude,
interactive freaking.
Go back to the Atari.
Yeah, it's just a stick with a button on top.
No, the button wasn't even on top. It was on the,
Oh yeah, it
Front
was on the
corner of the
pad. You're
square.
right.
Yeah.
Yep.
but it was just
The
a
newer
big ass
models
stick
had the
sticking
button on
out.
top.
Yeah.
You used to play
Yeah, that was if you
Paperboy.
were cool. Like you got the one that was like a jet fighter stick. Like,
Yeah, I used to play Paperboy on it.
yeah, Paperboy.
This is what I like
mean,
about
dude, I
having a chat
seriously
with
played
two old
Paul.
people.
Whoa,
Hey,
not,
whoa,
even,
whoa, whoa.
not even 30 yet.
yeah.
Okay,
they're not really like old. Compared to us, though, you guys are like
Yeah, older. Sorry,
you guys are older. Yeah.
I mean, Craig, yeah, I'll give it to you, but come on.
You guys offer a fresh perspective compared to like some of the stuff that we grew
Well,
up with.
for old,
like,
wouldn't it be a like musty perspective?
I guess so, but no. But I mean, you guys can offer some other insight that maybe me and Dylan can't, because
because
like
you
I didn't
kids
grow
are
up with the
spoiled.
Genesis. Like, I mean, I did
The
grow up with an
Genesis.
N64 and stuff like that, but I didn't grow up with a Sega Genesis and like
Look
really
up
spend a lot of
Pong,
time with
bro.
that.
Pong used to
Pong?
be
Yeah.
Oh,
like
I know what
the
Pong
shit.
is.
yeah. Like,
when I was a kid, Pong was the shit.
Yeah, Pong was pretty dope when I was a kid. I mean, that was obviously before when I started, but that's what I had access to because my family didn't have a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, like, I remember when the original Game Boy came out, not Game Boy Color, the original Game Boy, and you'd play, like, Tecmo Bowl or Turok, and
Oh,
just the
Tecmo
fact,
Bowl was the
like, if you wanted to play at night in the car, you had to wait until you drove past, like, a street light to see the screen.
Yeah. Then you got the magnifier with the light on it, so you could see.
Yep. Yeah, if you had the money to spend, what was it, like $65 to get the magnifying glass with the 2 lights on it. Oh, the good old days. You kids are spoiled.
Hell yeah,
Yeah, we
spoiled.
are we're spoiled now. We have a lot of access to things.
But also, like, you ask me, like, yeah, there's cool games and stuff that come out now. But, like, games that I would rather just sit down and could play all day and would love to play are back on the N64, like GoldenEye. GoldenEye is, I don't care what anybody says, GoldenEye is the best first-person shooter.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Second shot here on
Also, video games back in the day were like more physically violent, as to where now it's just people who talk shit to each other.
yeah.
Like I
Starting
used
in
to sit
MW2 lobbies.
next to my
Hell
brother on
yeah.
a couch, and when he beat me, I would punch him in the face. Like there was real fights. It wasn't I'm gonna bang your mom type stuff. It was like I'm gonna punch your face in and hit you with this
Oh, if it
controller.
was your brother, you share the
Yeah.
same mom. Oh, that would be cool.
Well, one of my brothers, we don't have the same mom, so that's okay.
Be like, I'm gonna bang your mom specifically.
Fuck you, Josh.
Okay, I'm gonna sound uncultured, but I was not around for MW2 lobbies. I know Mike, you played a lot. Were they
Oh
like?
my god.
Modern Warfare 2.
Tell me
Dude,
about
if
it.
you think trolling people in today's age is funny, like, you have not heard, like, oh my god, if you go back to the original Xbox, like Halo,
Oh my god, Halo. That is where teabagging
I never
originated.
played a
it
Halo
is
game.
where teabagging originated.
Literally,
can-
that is where toxic game, like, gameplay became a thing, was the original Halo games.
This one's your third.
Oh,
I am
that's too funny.
shooting like crap right now.
Yeah, I'm not doing too hot myself.
Mike, as soon as you said Halo, I knew exactly what you were talking about. Like, just those, that toxic, like, everybody just being at each other's throats the whole game, teabagging
Oh,
each
yeah.
other, like...
And there was no, on the original Xbox and stuff, you couldn't do party chat. If you had a headset, you had to talk to everyone. You couldn't
that's-
mute people.
I kind of wish that they had that nowadays. Like, I enjoy being able to have party chat for, like, these, like, kind of chats where you're just hanging out, like, playing with friends. But, like, I feel like Call of Duty games, you should have to have full game chat on.
There was
the
this
thing, though,
one
is
time-
your generation wouldn't be able to deal with it, bro.
Oh, I would be able to. It's the youngers than us. Like, I
Right.
feel like
It would be
myself,
fancy.
I'm old enough to where I would think that's funny. I enjoy shit talking people in games.
That's
Like-
great. That's great.
It's like the people 1, 2, 3 years below us that, like, just
You
Don't-
be
can't
invading
take it.
people's safe space, bro.
Finish up on this.
gotta have a safe space for everybody over here.
Sorry,
Right.
I'm probably
There's
gonna get you guys
so
demonetized
no.
or
I'm sure we're
trouble.
demonetized already. We're fine.
You kidding me? You think this is monetized at all?
Right. What's the point
We had
of
2
being
viewers for a
monetized?
second there.
But yeah, MW2 lobbies. I feel like those were like even that. Me and Mike were playing a gunfight tournament one day, and these kids were constantly talking in game chat. We go into game chat, they're actually like being nice and stuff. We're
Yeah.
like, what?
Probably fucking Canadian or something. Super nice.
You like think they're talking shit. You
Lots
get
of
in there
bad,
like,
eh?
oh, sorry, eh?
Hey,
And you're like,
No,
I mean-
didn't mean to stab you there.
We destroyed these kids.
I don't doubt that for a second.
But they were so
They were-
nice.
Yeah, super nice. Like I
You're
was
like,
ready to go.
you're like, how
in
do
and
how do you be a
fucking-
dick to a nice guy?
Yeah, pretty much.
You're like, how am I supposed to cuss out this nice guy who's just being nice to me? Is that how you combat toxic people in games? You just be super nice?
Yeah,
Because
I
then they
think.
just sound like a dick.
This next putt drops and you'll get your eagle.
Oh, hit that pin. Go in. Oh my god.
See, I've never been in like an open talk lobby, but I can tell you right now, I wouldn't.
I could just see you getting all pumped up with rage, honestly.
Craig,
Yeah,
it's
totally.
more fun than you'd think.
Yeah, it is. It is pretty fun.
You think it sounds awful until you start going off on someone, and it's great.
Craig, I'm not proud of the things I've said.
Oh, I know some of the shit you said.
I've told a lot of young kids that I'm gonna be their new stepdad, and this is when I was like 13. So these are like 6, 7, 8-year-olds,
They're like, what does that even mean, bro?
and like, it was bad. I've said a lot of bad things. Probably put a lot of kids into a depression spiral, but you know,
Hey, you made some
the name of the game.
psychiatrists some money.
Yeah, it's the name of the
You
game.
could possibly be responsible for the generation behind us culture.
But they
I
weren't
could
even alive for
single-handedly
then, I feel
take
like.
Mike single-handedly
for that.
created cancel culture. You heard it here
Mike
first.
single-handedly created snowflakes.
Dave Chappelle ain't got shit on me.
Dude, I love Dave Chappelle.
I do too.
We're getting a little. Oh.
Who cares?
No,
That's the fun
I'm,
part.
I'm talking about this
For a landing here.
Oh.
shit.
I was about to say, I thought you were about to say we're getting off topic. I'm like, I don't
That's the
care.
point, man.
Yeah, we get on rants for a reason.
Getting off topic and on tangents is the fun part, honestly.
Wow, I really set that shot up like shit.
Everybody knows
Me
about
too.
like PewDiePie and stuff, right? I don't.
About pubic what?
PewDiePie!
Oh, no.
So
Really?
I mean, I know he's like a streamer or some shit, but
No,
like,
he's like the biggest YouTuber. He
50
has the
mil,
most subscribers.
100 mil, 100 mil now.
I
Oh,
thought-
he's like 110
I thought-
mil.
I thought that was
Something
like
like that.
David Dobrik or one of the Paul brothers.
No. We don't like them.
No. Right.
They got fake ass
You know what?
videos.
You know
But-
what? David Dobrik did do one hilarious fucking video.
Alright, David Dobrik is
where
funny. He's funny. I'll give him
He
that.
told
but-
like his friend that it was funny he got divorced, and then the dude's like, "You're just saying that because no one would ever marry you." So he married.
Oh, and he
the dude's
married his mom.
Hilarious.
Yeah, it was Jason Nash. He married Jason's
Yeah.
mom and became his legal stepdad.
And like, I've been watching those dudes since Vine.
Hell yeah, dude.
Dude,
Like,
TikTok
over
is
a decade
funny but
ago.
stupid.
I prefer Scotty Sire.
Scotty is funny.
is hilarious.
What do you guys
Does he
like
still make
like
videos?
Alia?
Ilya.
Alien.
Dude's just getting drunk for his day job.
Shot on the 12th.
I thought that was Zane.
Both of them, really.
I don't even know who we're talking about.
The Vlog Squad. bro.
Yeah, David Dobrik.
Staring down a birdie
I didn't know
putt
that's.
here.
I just know him from Vine.
But anyway, like I was saying with PewDiePie, I feel like
Oh. Oh.
he's,
Getting there.
him, Vanoss, and like
That's a solid
you know
birdie.
people
Great
like
job
that
out there.
really like influence the gaming scene heavily.
Oh, completely, dude. I mean,
This is something I can't speak on.
yeah, that's fair. I mean, this is like stuff that me and Dylan grew up with, though, so I feel like that's why we can kind of speak about it good. When it
Well.
comes to like the whole Vanoss crew and like PewDiePie started off playing like horror games, scarier games like that, and so everybody
really,
fell in
PewDiePie
love.
started with like Minecraft.
Well, yeah, so like obviously everyone had their Minecraft phase in the very beginning, but what like actually got
Was that
him
during
going?
Machinima times?
Yes, that was Machinima. I feel like though what really got PewDiePie rolling was his horror content. Similar to like Markiplier, like he's one of my favorites nowadays. I still watch since back in the horror like Amnesia days. They like really set up the gaming scene for success because they had infectious personalities. People, like I said earlier, wanted to have similar experiences with their friends playing games like they were. So you would try and play a game to have that moment, you know.
Did anyone just happen to see how close I got to a hole in one?
I was
No,
too busy
wasn't
watching me try to chip onto the green and roll off.
I was too busy getting ready to throw my controller.
I know
Like
Dad
when I
doesn't
played God of
watch
War
it.
against a Valkyrie and smashed my PlayStation.
Oh my God, that
PS4
reminds me,
controller.
Dad. Did you hear about the new God of War
Valkyrie
coming
was
out?
The last one.
What?
Oh,
the new God of War. That's
Really?
gonna come out.
Did you see
yeah.
Tommaso Ciampa at Halloween Havoc?
No.
He came down like cosplay as Kratos.
Yeah, Craig, it's a God of War Ragnarok.
Oh shit.
Yep.
That's my favorite. That's my all-time favorite like series of games is God of War.
Yeah, I specifically like the new one better. I like the story better, but I have played all the other God of Wars. I'm currently replaying through God of War 3 actually.
That's the end of that game is awesome.
Yeah, I mean I've already played through it once, so I'm playing through it again just cause. But
Oh yeah, those games you can just keep playing.
Yeah, God of War, I guess 4 is what people are calling it. It's just really just God of War is easily my favorite game hands down. I mean, I've played through that game 3 times.
The new one or like the original one?
The new one, the new one.
The one with Boy?
Bad.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, the new Kratos, like the whole new like Norse mythology thing that they've got rolling, like yeah, this new story is easily my favorite. I mean, like I was saying, I've played through it almost 4 times now. 2 of which being on the hardest possible game mode. I have all the trophies. Like, that is a game I could play until the end of time.
Nerd.
Yeah, I know. But it's just like, that game was just like sucked me in. Like, the whole mythology behind it was interesting.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, like,
Go
everything about that game was interesting to me.
Just play the originals. Like the Greek mythology behind it.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
awesome.
And like
Plus
how
his
he
boobs.
was a Spartan, yeah, yes, specifically God of War 3 with Aphrodite.
Yep, with the orgy going on. That's what's
Yes.
up. That's what's up.
Yes.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, but this new game just like it was just something else about it. I mean, I haven't played a game that like made me that invested. I feel like outside of like
Uncharted
Fallout 4, but for different reasons.
Was mine. I loved Uncharted 4.
Yeah, Uncharted games were pretty sick.
They are.
You know,
dude.
I actually have never played the Uncharted games.
I love
Play
them.
all of them right now.
I have
Back
all
out
of
of this
them.
game and download it.
I actually have all of them, because they
Whoever
were
just
like
hit
on
that, was that your
PlayStation sale.
first shot onto the green?
Me?
Was that your first shot?
On the green. I was in the fairway. Sorry.
Oh, I thought.
Go
that was
ahead,
your,
Dawson.
Like,
I don't even remember what I was saying. Oh, I was gonna say they were free on PlayStation a while back, so I have the whole collection. I just like haven't set aside time to like actually go through and play all of them like right in a row.
4 is easily my favorite.
Yeah,
That's what I've heard from
4
everybody.
is-
Everyone's
It's
been like
just
1 through
better.
3 is okay, 4 is the best.
Better.
It's just
It's-
like watching a movie the whole way
Yeah.
through. Like my wife sat down and watched me play all of them all the way through.
Those
She
great.
hates
Those
me.
ones have. Those have great replayability factors.
Has
Yeah,
has
there's
anyone here
always something
played?
new you can do?
Has anyone here played? Shit, I totally don't remember what I was about to say.
Yes.
You have played it? Cool. Just wondering.
Only once though.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't remember what I was gonna say.
I thought it was great. I love forgetting what I'm going to say.
I don't know what I was talking about. Playing God of War.
Oh, that's a
talking about
decent shot.
Uncharted.
Mine's
I really have
not.
no idea.
No, mine's not.
No.
All right,
Mine
I
was
never
actually-
played Fallout. What?
Oh yeah.
Am I
You've never
not?
played Fallout?
No.
I
Even I've
loved
played
Fallout 4.
I played Fallout 76 and it made me want to kill myself.
Don't.
I heard
Fallout
that was
76 is
bad.
the worst one. That is easily the worst one.
Yeah,
Terrible
that's why
game.
it was free. and I
Fallout 3 and
downloaded
4
it.
were the best.
Yeah.
3 and 4
Or
were the best.
New Vegas was pretty good. I personally like Fallout 4 the best. I liked the story the best, like the music, all of that stuff. Like I have the whole Diamond City Radio playlist on my phone.
Dawson, I didn't ask you this because you weren't on the last time we did this, but what do you think of the new Spider-Man?
Game?
Do you mean like
There's one
Miles
coming out.
Morales?
like
No,
Miles
the new
Morales
one.
or the new
No,
one?
the new one that's announced.
Oh, the one that has Venom in it.
Venom, Miles, and Peter.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Me too.
I honestly haven't looked into the game too much. I really hope they let us play as Venom.
I don't. If they did something like GTA, that'd be cool. You know. Like switching
Yeah, well,
between.
so something that I thought would be interesting is we've already played as Peter, we've already
Right.
played as Miles, so I was wondering if this game was gonna have us play as Venom instead,
As Eddie.
but they would
That'd be sick.
play as Eddie, but wouldn't they just call the game Venom?
Right,
Like,
that's
I
the
feel like they
problem.
wouldn't call it
They'd
Venom.
call
made a
they would
Venom
call it
game
Venom.
before.
Well, yeah, they would have titled it Venom, so I assume we're not gonna be playing as Venom, or we won't be playing a lot as Venom.
I feel like
I'm
he's
kind
gonna be
hoping
more of
it'll
a
have,
final
like,
boss.
A character switch.
Like GTA, like Dylan was saying.
Yeah, like that'd be cool. Not like necessarily you can switch between each, but like each person has their own storyline in the game.
Yeah, and you like play through everyone's story individually, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
that'd be
remember what
good.
I was gonna say earlier. Has anyone else here played The Last of Us, as in both of
Yeah.
them?
No.
See,
I
yes,
played the
once.
first one.
My
It was
response was
awesome.
correct. Yes, once.
You played the first one, Mike?
Two shots looking
Yep.
nice here.
Did you
It
play the
was
second one
awesome.
too? Is that what you said?
I did not. The first one came with my PS4 when I bought it.
70 yards.
I'm gonna be honest. The second game was not bad. Do not play it. You'll hate it.
I was gonna say I heard
They're
people
all
really
damn
didn't
good.
like it.
The people who didn't like it are the people who like The Last of Us. It had the same play style as The Last of Us. It was a very similar game. The story was not like The Last of Us, and it was, I don't want to say lackluster, but I feel like they did the story wrong in very many different ways.
Isn't that like Allie's favorite game?
Last of Us Part 2 was bad.
No,
I
he
didn't
likes
like that one.
BMXXX.
No, that's his favorite porn.
No, that was a video game for PS2 where girls rode around on BMX bikes topless. Rated M for mature.
Dang, Mike came back and won.
Yeah, Mike's the best.
Oh,
Don't
my
worry
God.
about it.
Yeah, I was ahead for a while and I just messed up. Mike, you're nuts.
What about his nuts?
How'd you know I was itching my nuts?
Did you smell your hand?
Whoa.
No, not yet. I'm not done yet.
Whoa.
We were talking about it. Like, I feel like when we sniff our nuts, we have an urge to smell our hand.
When we sniff
When
our
you-
nuts?
when you sniff
We
your nuts.
sniff our nuts. We have an urge to smell our hands.
You know what I
all the
mean.
time.
I can't
All the
English.
time.
What do you think? I'm Marilyn Manson? I'm not that flexible.
Get rid of your lower two ribs just to. Did that
this
actually
day-
happen, or is that a myth?
To this day, I don't know. Don't know.
I don't know, but I do have a friend who did go to one of his shows and he did drop down and start sucking his guitar player's dick.
Oh,
What
that's
the-
interesting.
My buddy Dave was there.
Oh, Dave. Good old Dave.
Like,
So
like
was
as
he,
much as I
like,
want to know
watching it?
and like Google it, as much as I want to know and Google if he actually did get his lower two ribs removed for that purpose, I just sort of want to believe it and I don't want to know for sure. Like,
I mean, let's
I'm
face
not
it,
gonna
we
look
would
it
all
up.
do it if
I-
we could financially afford it.
Oh, yeah.
oh my
There's not a
god.
single guy in the world that wouldn't at least try it.
Straight facts. I know what I like.
Yeah, but that's the biggest fear is you're afraid you're gonna like doing it too much.
You're gonna like doing
Dylan,
this
I
too
just,
much. You're
I just
like,
look over at
boom.
my phone and see you face palming.
Yeah. Yep. Oh my god. Did any like games are on YouTube really get you to want to play them? That's my next question. I mean,
Any videos we watched on YouTube like make us want to play the games?
yeah.
Gang Beast.
Gang Beast.
Um,
Yes.
I
I
was
can
just
actually
gonna
tell
say,
you
that's
this.
the
This
only
happened to
one.
me yesterday, like literally just yesterday. The new Guardians of the Galaxy game
I
that just
Have-
came out.
I
It's,
haven't seen
dude,
it.
it's good.
I suppose.
I mean, I don't know if you're gonna play another one.
One more, I guess, maybe. Maybe
The new
two.
Guardians of the Galaxy game is really good, but it was kind of like a quiet launch. Like I didn't really know when it was coming out until I saw a video about it and watched some of it, and I was like, "Dang, this looks sick! I want to try it."
Speaking of quiet launches, I'm glad you brought that up because that is also not the same as it used to be. Because you can buy everything right from the online store on your console now.
Yeah,
I remember like going to GameStop at midnight waiting for a release.
oh, like
for,
midnight
like, the
releases.
Call of Duties. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
awesome. When Modern Warfare 2 came out at GameStop in Fairmount, they literally had military there with Humvees with turrets mounted on top.
Jesus
It was
That's
Christ.
insane.
sick. Well, that was probably for like Modern Warfare 2, like, oh, look at this cool stuff we have outside because of the game that's launching,
Yeah,
right?
I don't think it was for crowd control.
Hey, that's pretty effective crowd control if you ask me.
Yeah, but it's Fairmount.
It's Fairmount.
It's
True.
Fairmount. If it was Fulton, maybe another story, but
It's probably be a
Yeah,
no.
it was fair
But
white.
was anyone like there for the GTA game launch? Because I feel like that one was insane in store too.
I was there for Grand Theft Auto 3 game launch.
did you actually hear that they're bringing the trilogy back?
Yeah, I was telling Mike about that the other day, and I'm kind of disappointed that they didn't decide to invest in frickin' GTA
I did
6
not pay
instead.
attention to the wind at all. That was a terrible shot.
Like,
I know,
it actually kind of
they-
pisses me off.
It is me too, man. I'm like, they should be putting more resources into GTA 6 than remastering games that have already been out for a long time. Like, I get the whole nostalgia aspect, but like, I feel like this is something that a lot of game companies are doing right now. They're getting lazy. They're
Oh yeah,
either like you're like EA.
yeah,
And
yeah. Let's just throw out the same
make-
game every year, make it
Yeah,
a little
FIFA,
bit different,
Madden, NBA, like, you got new players every year, but it's the same game every year, you know?
and we just make it a little bit worse.
Like Call of Duties, like, yeah, they're pretty similar every year, but
Vanguard's
they have different
totally
guns at
different.
least. Like, yeah, like they have different
Yeah, they have
guns, different
guns,
campaigns, like,
ranked.
yeah. So at least those are different. But I feel like the companies that are only pushing out remasters right now are just getting lazy because they don't know what else to do.
It's not
you know?
lazy, it's greed. They just want more money.
But
Yeah,
they're barely.
but
I feel like more people are going
it's
to get
not
mad
gonna
at
sell.
GTA 6.
And everybody goes crazy. Oh my god, it's going to be remastered, and it's like friggin' 11% better graphics.
I honestly don't think it's gonna sell. I don't think the
No, I
trilogy's
don't
gonna
think
sell
it's
as
gonna
much as
sell
they think
either.
it's gonna.
I
think
there's too
they-
many
they think it's
nostalgia
gonna-
freaks out there. There's way too many nostalgia freaks.
But if they buy it, I feel like
I
they're not going
agree.
to play it.
I agree, but I feel like a majority of people aren't gonna buy it. I'm not gonna buy it.
And
Like-
I'm pissed because they announced that they're going to launch GTA 5 as as a new game for PS5, just so they can make the graphics a little better. That pissed me off.
And they're going to be 12% better, and they're going to
Oh,
be
that was
charging
terrible.
$80 a game.
It's ridiculous. If you already own it, you're going to free upgrade. But who's going to want to do that? I'd rather keep it on my external hard drive. Like, I don't want it on my actual
Yeah.
PlayStation.
Yeah, that to me is something that's getting a little ridiculous.
Oh my god.
Call
The
of
fact,
Duties. I don't know why Call of Duties need to be like 300 gigs. I don't know why.
It's 'cause
The
they
new
make you
2K
download
was
Warzone
what?
Even if you don't play it.
the new
2K
2K
was like
was
120 gigs.
20? Yeah,
I
like,
know.
it was ridiculous.
Why? What's the point?
That was the thing with the new consoles, is they bragged about how big the hard drives were. I put 3 games on and it was full.
Yeah, that's why I deleted COD and had to re-download it tonight in case we end up playing zombies later. Like, I genuinely just didn't care to have my space that filled up. Like,
And the fact that the SSDs are over,
They
close
move
to
your next-
like $130 or $200, like no
Yeah.
one's gonna end up buying one. Why would you do that to yourself? Like,
I'm fortunate enough to have an external hard drive that
Right.
is 4 terabytes
yep.
that I got for basically dirt because it isn't supposed to be a console extended storage. Technically, it's just a hard drive, but I was able to make it so it is compatible with consoles. So like, I got it for like dirt, but like people who are trying to buy the extended SSDs, like trying to get all this other stuff that actually goes with the consoles, are gonna spend a fortune. Like you're spending $200 on a 2 terabyte extension, but then you're also paying $70 to $100 to even get the game.
That's what I'm saying, is like, after all was said and done, think about it. Like, I bought my PS5 off of Costco and all was available was the digital bundle. That was
Yeah.
$750. And then they want me to spend another $200 on this internal. I'm not spending $1,000 on a game system. I'll just switch to PC.
They
See,
honestly should.
I was lucky and I was able to get a PS5. Like I was able to get on one of the drops that they were doing and get one of the disc versions for $500. That was pretty lucky.
That's what happened with mine too. I realized
Yeah, it's just straight luck, pretty much.
Yep.
Oh,
But,
Dylan,
like-
I remember how frustrating your experience was.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like with how powerful these consoles are nowadays, I feel like we shouldn't have to be worrying about games that are that huge. I mean, you used to have an Xbox 360 that was 32 gigabytes of storage, and that was perfect.
Yeah,
You could
I
have
remember
50
playing-
games.
I remember playing Final Fantasy VII on PlayStation 1, and it was 4 discs.
Yep, you had to
Yeah.
change the discs. Yep.
And
I remember
Metal
that with
Gear
Call of
Solid
Duty
was the
Ghosts.
same thing.
Mike, did you play the remake?
Metal Gear Solid?
No,
No,
Final
the
Fantasy
Final Fantasy
VII.
7.
I watched it be played by my brother. I did not play it myself.
I didn't play the original one. I
But
didn't play the original one. I've never liked turn-based games, but I just was curious enough about Final Fantasy VII Remake that I got it. Absolutely loved it.
yeah, I heard it was awesome.
Like, it was
Alright.
awesome.
Setting up.
See, now in that aspect, go for it. Go for remaking that game, because you know what? The Final Fantasy VII Remake is nothing like Final Fantasy VII, the original one. I mean,
No,
it's
not even
it's not
close.
turn-based. It's like actual, just like normal combat, you know. So it's not turn-based. The story is similar, but there are differences, and I'm pretty sure they're coming out with a couple different ones. Like they're coming out with more than one Final Fantasy VII remake because they're like redoing the story, you know.
Yeah.
Like the remake ended about a quarter of the way through Final Fantasy VII's actual story.
I just remember riding around on chocobos. That's what was up.
Dude, yeah, the chocobos.
Dude, my buddy used to go crazy breeding them.
Oh yeah.
Because you had to breed them a certain way and shit. Like,
Or something I heard, CD Projekt Red, I don't know if that's a game company you guys are familiar with, but you will know the game when I say it. The Witcher.
nope.
I've heard of The Witcher. I've never played
The
it.
series.
I've heard of it.
Not
Craig,
much.
have you heard of Cyberpunk?
Don't even get me
CM
started
I've
on
heard of
that.
CM Punk.
Cyberpunk 2077 was a game that was made by CD Projekt Red. They made
Terrible
the
job.
whole they made the Witcher series of games. The Witcher 3 is one of the best game, or is the best game that they've made. And they're just remastering it this year. I'm like, that is a total money grab. Like Cyberpunk flopped, so they had to go back and remaster one of their old games that everyone loved to make their money back. It's just like
That's business.
unoriginal. It's unoriginal. Make a new game that people are excited for. Like if they had done Cyberpunk well, I
It
mean,
would
we would
be
still be
such a
playing it.
better
The
set
thing
of
with
sellers.
Cyberpunk
They've been doing the same thing for years, and they're always making their money. So
Cyberpunk,
Yeah, but-
the problem was is they kept changing the release date, and then people finally got sick of it, and then they just dropped it, and it wasn't.
But they still
Well-
bought it, and there's a ton of issues with it.
Well, so Mike, so I can offer a little insight on that because I was someone who was waiting for that game to launch. Like I was one of those people that was getting pissed. So it turns out that it wasn't just the customers that were bugging them about the changing release date. So they
No,
were
yeah,
changing it
you were
because
telling
they
me
knew
about
the
this.
game they knew the game wasn't finished. The devs knew it wasn't, and they were trying to fix it. So the shareholders of CD Projekt Red, the people who funding the project, were like, "Hey, release this soon, or we're jacking our money out of here, and you're gonna be broke." So they tried to whip together a product that could be, in huge air quotes, called finished, and release a day one patch that was supposed to fix everything. Well, obviously, we now know that that didn't happen. And it was rough.
It was terrible to me. It still came out, and there was a bunch of still bug issues with it. Like, I still haven't played it, and I own it.
No, and honestly, it's not worth the playthrough. Like, Dylan, I played through the whole game. I can tell you it's not worth it. So the whole selling point of Cyberpunk was
Was just the hype.
you've got cybernetic arms and stuff, and you can customize, like, what arms you have, what legs you have, what abilities you have. Like, it was supposed to be 3 completely different stories. Like,
I don't know.
you
The
were
selling
supposed
point for me was I saw a YouTuber hit kid in a wheelchair, and I was like, I want to see that.
but like what they were actually trying to sell it on was that you're supposed to have 3 completely different game experiences based on the first choice you make in the game. Like if you're a street kid, if you're a corpo, or if you're like an outlaw, you know. That was.
But then they
supposed to
tied
change
it
the
all
whole
together.
game. Literally within the first 30 minutes of the game, it brings you back to the same story, and
stupid.
it's dry the whole playthrough. It's a dry story. Unfinished. It just wasn't a good game. And
The game was like fucking a nun, man. Just all missionary.
dude, honestly, I'm glad that I didn't buy it. I played it with someone, so I didn't end up buying it, fortunately, because that game was a waste of money. Comparatively to Fallout 76.
Teeing up now with hole number
I'm glad we can go
mean-
on there, rant.
Well, I mean, you know, I know, Dylan, you haven't really played any of the Fallout games, but Mike, you know
No.
the Fallout games. Like, you said you played a couple of them, right? Or was that
Yeah.
Craig?
It was great.
I played 3 New Vegas and 4.
Yeah, so like, you know that their whole thing was like the NPC system and like getting to interact and make choices and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Fallout 76 was all online, no NPCs.
Yeah, I knew
So-
that was going to be terrible. That's why I never
Yeah.
even played it.
I
Probably
got
like
it for
that you did
free.
The same exact thing
but-
as me.
But like, Dylan, I know you didn't play the Fallout games, so you don't totally understand. But like, the Fallout games were literally built on the fact that there was a ton of NPCs that you could talk to and interact
my.
with, and the things you say to them changes the outcome of your story. It
Anybody
changes your
see that?
relationship with them, all that
That's how you hit
stuff.
the pin, yeah.
But so when they were coming out with 76, they were like, "Oh, it's going to be a full online experience. Everyone's
Yeah.
going to interact with each other. It's going to be great." It
That sounds
sucked.
terrible.
So you know what they did a year after the game flopped? They were like, you know what? We're gonna put some NPCs in the game. We realized this was a mistake. Like, they should have just gone with what they knew. Like, good for you that you tried something different, but everybody knew it wasn't gonna work. Like, who gave that the okay? Everybody knew that wasn't gonna work.
I'm gonna say this, and you guys are probably gonna think I'm weird, but I never played Skyrim.
I don't think that's weird.
I played Skyrim. It's
I
a highly
I love
addictive
Skyrim.
I
Highly
briefly played Skyrim. I never played through it.
Good little shot there.
Oh, I played.
Skyrim,
I put.
Oblivion,
This is about
all of them, dog.
160
Oh my, in the
so-
water. I've probably put the most amount of. Oh, I can't
Oh
say.
my god, I hit the hole.
Okay,
Yeah,
on the
that
green.
was. I got highly
Oh,
addicted.
birdie
to
putt
that game.
coming up here.
So this is something that's a little worrisome, Craig and Mike, for you guys, Skyrim lovers, and for Fallout lovers. So Microsoft recently bought Bethesda,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Oh,
bought
that was
Bethesda,
like a year ago.
10 feet to
Yeah.
the cup.
and there is no promise that the next Fallout game or Skyrim games to come out will be on PlayStation. There is no promise.
Oh
of that.
yeah, it's most likely going to be Xbox.
Yeah.
Bill
I
Gates,
wanted to,
man, putting out COVID and stealing our games.
before we went on this rant, I wanted to say that we should be able, instead of just storing PS5 games on the external hard drive, we should be able to store them on there and be able to play them off of it too.
Just have it
That's
be
what
like a
makes me-
downgraded version of the game.
Yeah, like I wouldn't even care. Just let me play it without taking up
Honestly,
storage.
you have a cloud on your phone. Why can't you have that for your console?
Yeah.
I
Well,
just went. Oh,
There, I
dude.
mean, there is a cloud storage. You have to upload your saves for certain games to cloud storage if you're going to play it on a different console.
And this one.
Like, there is a such thing as cloud storage, but they literally just don't use it.
It's just literally the most stupid concept to me ever. Like, how are you gonna have all this, be able to let us plug in an external hard drive, but we can't put PS5 games on it?
Is about 11.
Like, yeah, we can put it on the store, but then we have to copy them onto the console. Like, who wants to
You're
do
basically
that?
just reinstalling the game.
Yeah, who wants to do that?
And then copying takes longer than the download.
Right.
Exactly.
So you end up waiting like maybe an hour instead of like 30 minutes because of freaking copying. Like, why
I
does
remember when you
copying
could
take
put
so
a disc
long?
in and play?
Exactly. What happened to that?
It's so dumb.
Technology increasing
Communist
Well, it was
graphics.
actually a bad idea at the same
I-
time, though.
I understand that like a game's data when they were smaller games could just all be stored on the console, or not on the console, on the disc. I understand that, but I feel like nowadays
Oh,
they
yeah.
don't even really use the disc as a storage device. They use the disc as a, hey,
Nicely done.
you
Driving
bought
that
the game,
green.
now we're going to download the game from our cloud, you know? It's like they don't really use the disc to store the information anymore. Because they're like, all right, yeah, you install the base game, now install this 100 gigabyte update, which is actually the game. We just need you to have the disc to prove you own it.
Literally Call of Duty half the time. No.
Yeah.
11 under for the round.
It's crazy.
It is really just like, what the hell?
Something, and correct me if I'm wrong, because I didn't play Cold War a lot, but Cold War didn't really have like DLC, correct?
No, it was all just, oh, you have to install this as soon as it comes out.
And
That
I
was
just want to
stupid.
say I want to applaud
I think.
Treyarch for that.
But they're losing.
Because-
They could make more profit. They're basically losing more
But
profit.
they're choosing not to.
They're
And I can
choosing to make
appreciate
a better
that.
game.
Exactly, and I can appreciate that because, I mean, everyone and their mother knows that every game nowadays has microtransactions, has DLC, all that stuff.
I don't think my mother knows that.
Well, we should tell her because it is important to know.
But like, I feel like they
Um,
make way more off of the microtransactions too now.
They
though.
do, which is why every company does it. I mean,
Right.
and we can almost I mean, this dates back to like Black Ops 2, you know, like games like that when DLCs would come out, so you could play new zombies maps and
People
new
would
games like
stay
that.
up for that.
Everything's
But-
pay to win now.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, especially like with Advanced Warfare, I feel like Advanced Warfare is really the game that kicked that off with
That was just a
supply
bad
drops.
game in general. I feel like.
Yes, but
I
but
like-
in Infinity Ward was like, ah, yes, supply
Jetpack.
drops. This is literally pay to win. Like,
14, ready to go.
Can I like reveal my age and say what are
You do what you want.
microtransactions? Because as far as I know, it's sex with me.
Oh, yeah, that's gonna be just fine.
It is.
Here, putt.
Mike, can you attest to that? Have you?
Yes.
Boom, you drop it.
Yes.
Back for
Yes.
Is that just like the DLCs? And
No,
like,
microtransactions. So, you know how you can buy like Apex
skins
coins,
or weapon camos and shit like
COD
that.
points.
Yeah,
Like,
or-
yeah, that
like-
stuff.
Or in Cold War and Modern Warfare, when you buy like a variant of the weapon.
Or like
That's
Apex when you buy
microtransactions.
When you
Apex
play
packs to
Apex
get
from
art,
day
yeah.
one and you don't get an heirloom, but then you spend a ton of money on it and get it the first day.
shorter end.
I didn't
Hey.
spend money on it.
It's me. He's talking about me.
Oh,
I guarantee you. He's talking about me.
I just randomly got it.
No, I spent a lot of money on Apex. I'm not proud of.
Oh, you're going for it, and I think you might
Hey,
get
at least
it.
you own up to it.
Hey, I got a kunai, right?
Look at you
I mean,
driving this green.
You did.
Fantastic work.
60. Okay, I'm not putting 60 feet. Nice
This
try.
next putt goes, you got your eagle.
But like, I feel like microtransactions have like sort of ruined games a little bit.
Because they're literally making everything pay to win, which is no fun to anyone. That's why people just choose to play like,
Nice to get.
oh, I'm gonna play Minecraft. Oh, I'm gonna play Rainbow. I'm gonna play. Well, not even GTA. It even sucks with microtransactions because they just
Yeah.
buy OP freaking cars. Like it's not.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, I guess when I say that microtransactions ruin a game, I mean that, but also I play a game, Destiny 2. I play that often, like every night, and that is one of the most microtransaction ridden games I've ever played. Like, and I mean that in a loving way because I love playing Destiny, but like there is so much stuff that you can just buy. Granted, it doesn't give you an advantage. I'll give them that. The only
Right.
things you can buy are like emotes, skins, like that kind of stuff outside of purely just buying like the DLC that comes out. There is no like pay to win microtransactions,
16th
but
hole is upon
I
us
mean
here.
there's
Let's see what
easily
happens.
like hundreds of things you can buy for real money that you don't actually need, but like you sort of
This one
want,
looks
you know.
pretty good. Should be
That's
the
how it is with
Kind of
every
like
game, though.
kind of like an heirloom, like you don't need an heirloom, but you just want it, so you're gonna spend money to try and get it because grinding for Apex packs takes way too long, you know.
But then people, yeah,
And it
like,
resets them after each
Right.
season or however many you
so that
get.
ruins it too.
Yeah.
Hit
Like
that 10.
I
Get in
like
there.
I love
Go,
playing
yo,
Destiny,
you
but
whore.
I have to admit when I see it, I mean that game is ridden with microtransactions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I gave up on buying like battle passes and stuff. You don't get anything.
Well, it's not even
You
like
see,
they give you an upper hand.
I have to with Destiny because it does. That is the only thing. That is the only thing in that game that is like sort of pay to win is the battle pass, but not really. Like you get a couple. I think you get like a exotic that other people can't get unless they buy it. But outside of that, it's not really pay to win.
Yeah,
It's
or
just like you pay to
like
play or not pay to play.
2K games.
But
2K
you know what I
games. If you want to win,
Pay to win.
you're gonna spend a ton of money on VC to make your character better.
Yep.
Or
That's-
to like, or if you're playing like my team, to like build a stacked out team.
Gotta pay.
Like, yeah, you have to.
No one's
you have
gonna
to pay
sit
for
there
it.
and play the story just to, like, you know, oh, I'm gonna upgrade this way. No, people are gonna want to spend the money. And it's.
And I
Makes
feel
it
like in
less
that
fun.
aspect, I think EA was really smart in that aspect. They know that no one wants to take like 4 seasons of an NBA career to be a decent player. Like they know no one wants to do that. So everyone is going to spend money if they really care enough to be a really good player in NBA.
Yeah, I'm victim of it, but like,
Oh,
what else am I
Craig,
supposed to
you
do
and
when
me
I
Oh
want
my
to
god,
compete?
you
Craig,
were
you and
right
me
on that
both.
hole.
Oh my
Looks like a
god.
ball. Looks like a ball sack.
Sitting at 17 under for the round.
Mike, what
Who's
what
winning right now,
gaming
Dylan?
YouTuber do you really like?
Do you watch YouTube?
Yeah, yeah, that too.
Gaming YouTubers? I mean, like when I was super into Apex, and that was the only thing I played. I watched a lot of I don't know if you guys will know them, but like Back Off My Janks,
Nope.
iTemp, Deltouche,
Nope.
like
Nope.
people
No, I
like
definitely
that.
don't know those guys.
They're
Granted,
like
I don't play
professional
Apex a lot,
players.
so
I mean, most of them are just content creators, but they're
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
much
Going
professional level
straight for the
Apex
green.
players.
Nice to see.
But
That's
that
cool.
was just like to learn different strategies and shit.
Asu. That's all I can think of when I think of Apex. Asu.
Oh yeah, he's insane.
He
yeah,
is-
yeah. He's fun to watch, but like sometimes watching him makes my brain hurt. I'm like, how the hell?
But those are hard too, because like all the really good Apex players are PC, and I
Uh-huh.
do not play PC, and I hit the
Actually,
stupid hole.
I know of a pro Apex player that is nasty that plays controller. His name's Knifeswig, and he's nasty, dude. Nasty. But Dad, do you have any like gaming
Oh,
YouTubers?
What?
Do you
Sorry,
have
I
any?
just had made a nice chip. I just eagled.
Do you have any like gaming YouTubers you watch, or are you just strictly like fishing and this and that?
End of the round, you end up
Fishing.
18.
Because I know you
Strictly
watch
use my
fishing
phone for
YouTube.
Pornhub.
Yeah, pretty much.
No, Mike, that's a gaming YouTuber.
For me, and,
Yeah.
What's up?
I hope to see you back
It's all virtual,
Pornhub
right?
is a gaming YouTuber.
Yeah.
real soon.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of joystick play.
Yeah, dude.
Busting out the
I mean-
Atari.
I mean, the gamers that I watch, it's like a lot of joysticks sharing the same TV.
I see.
Do you see what I'm saying? You know?
Yeah.
No, but
yeah.
like seriously.
No,
Okay.
I really don't watch gaming YouTubers. I mean, I watched a Corinna Koff OnlyFans where she gamed topless for once, but I got it for free. I didn't
Oh my god, what was she playing? Do you know?
pay. Topless.
I was gonna say, there's no way you remember what she was playing. What color was the pillow?
They were white with red dot in the middle. There was two of them.
What was the red dot in the middle?
The nipple.
Gross. Red nipples?
Well, I mean, like reddish. I don't know.
Oh my god.
They were nice.
She had nice tits, guys.
It looked like something you could really rest your head on.
There you go.
But I think she did good. Because there's like a lot of bouncing.
She was really excited she was winning.
I know you guys probably don't care, but I'm gonna ask anyway. Do you like? Are you confident they're gonna drop GTA 6 or?
Nope.
I think
heard
they
some-
will at some point.
Yeah, another
I
decade.
read something like, didn't they just get Dre?
Yeah, they were
Dude.
doing voice line, or it was for the radio. Dre and Snoop for the radio
Yeah.
for GTA 6.
Oh, for real? That's
Yeah.
sick. Like,
So-
I'm confident that at some point they will. They will.
Why didn't they get Tupac?
I don't know, man.
I wonder
Hologram
why.
was booked.
His hologram was
soon?
booked.
Too soon.
Not too soon,
No,
but
not too
he was the greatest of all time. So
Too late.
that's-
See, I'm on the Biggie side of that argument.
I'm in the middle.
Oh, do we need to
Middle.
make a rap podcast now? Jesus.
We can talk about
Don't
it.
even get me started.
I'm
Are
very
we
much
doing
in the
another
middle.
one? Or?
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know
You
if
said
you're
that
staying
was
on,
your
Cub.
last one, yeah.
I said maybe
Also,
one more.
we're going on an hour too, so
Yeah,
Oh, for real already?
hmm
Oh, snap, yeah.
we're doing
I
good.
don't know if you guys want to cut the old.
I say we play one more through, and then call
All
it.
right.
Cool, cool.
Because we're having good conversation, obviously. So why?
Why stop it if we don't have to? I feel you.
Right. Yeah, but I'm confident they'll drop GTA 6. It's just a matter of, are they going to do it in the next year or the next months?
I'm going to say at least a year and a half.
You gotta imagine it's gonna hopefully have amazing graphics, like not crap
Have you
graphics.
seen those videos of people who play GTA on their computers and they turn the
Yeah.
graphics
Yep.
all the way up?
Yeah,
It's
they throw on like
insane.
RTX
Insane.
and they put on ray tracing, all that stuff. Yeah, it's insane.
I wish PCs weren't so expensive, dude. I wish they weren't so expensive.
I wish
Yeah,
I mean,
wish
to build
mods
a really
were.
good one is like $8,000.
I wish mods were more like attainable for consoles.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Like, 'cause, I mean, like back in like Fallout days. I mean, Fallout 4 literally has a whole mods page. You can literally, on their main menu, there is a tab that says mods where you can go to publicly uploaded mods and download them.
Well, like, the way I look at it is PCs for mods and then consoles for glitches.
That's fair.
Fair.
Because, like, back playing Call of Duty, like, World at War, you used to be able to punch a corner and then be floating above the map with your PTS-44 and just snipe everyone and make everyone hate their life. And then
Well,
tell
I-
them you're gonna fuck their mom.
I don't know,
I
there's
feel like
I just wish they were more attainable for consoles. That's all.
if we had custom zombies, that'd literally be the best thing ever. Like,
See, that's what I mean though.
Hands
For
down.
like for PC, there's Workshop. You know, like I understand that you couldn't per se create very well on a console, but I feel like they should have like featured maps for like zombies specifically. Like should have featured maps that go up on a workshop page every month or like every couple weeks it resets. So like you can play new fresh things. I mean, that would keep Black Ops 3 zombies alive because I mean that was really the one that they started
it really
modding.
does now.
I mean, Noah J still plays it. Like,
Right.
I mean, it keeps
not like
it keeps
it's
the game
dead.
alive, being
Yeah.
able to mod it because once you do everything in a game, there's nothing left to do. I
Right.
mean, there's no point in replaying. So when modding becomes a factor and you can actually like it gives it replayability.
It definitely gives it replayability. I just
You're on the lead now. Good stuff.
I wish it was something that we could attain, like you were saying. Like I wish.
Yeah.
Just
They
Even
don't
even
want
if we couldn't create the
replayability,
mods.
though. They want you to buy the next thing.
Well,
Right.
yeah, and that's the thing. So like with Black Ops 3 when they made that you could mod zombies for it, obviously they cut that shit off real quick and they haven't done it since because people are still playing Black Ops 3. They're not playing the new zombies because admittedly the new
Evil,
zombies
baby.
sucks. But like I don't know. I understand the business side of not being able to mod things and not having that kind of replayability where you can literally play for years afterwards, but
Right.
I feel like once a game is dead, Black
They
Ops
d-
3 is pretty dead. Like
mean-
you should give it modding capabilities, you know?
Oh,
Right.
don't push Dylan's buttons on the Black Ops
Bla-
games.
Black Ops 3 is a dead game. Zombies is still fun to play.
Right, I'm
but
saying
Black
zombies.
Ops 3 is dead.
Multiplayer, like Black Ops 3, dead. Zombies,
Yeah.
it's still alive, and there's still people that play. Like, I go on and there's
Be
20% people. Like, that's not terrible.
No, it's not terrible, but
No,
Like, it's not dead.
Mainly it's because like the new zombies sucks. You know,
Right,
like,
it's too easy.
Cold War zombies, way too easy.
I was
Black
literally
Ops 4
complaining
zombies
to
was a
Mike about
joke.
that. Like, as I was saying, I was running around with 3 freaking melee weapons and go down once. Like, really?
Big, thick, deep breath.
I do that in a different zombies, I'm dead. Like,
literally, you try to knife things in Black Ops 3, and you don't
You're
get past
dead.
round 5.
yeah, you're dead.
Green.
They made it. I don't like. I'm hoping with Vanguard they make it difficult because I actually like
Okay, here comes a 9.
difficult zombies. That's what made it fun.
But when World War II zombies was difficult and complicated, you didn't like that.
Well, I just didn't like the style. Like, it wasn't for me. I didn't. Oh, it wasn't for me. Like, I didn't enjoy
I
it.
think they went too far with zombies. I think doing all the like Easter eggs and all that shit. I like
The
it
Easter
back
eggs
to
what
the
makes it
original.
better.
No,
It gives you
The fun-
something to achieve.
it's zombies. The whole point of the original game
If-
was there was nothing. It was just endless waves.
The only
of
thing I don't
zombies.
like about the Easter eggs is like in Die Machine, if you don't figure it out, like you're not pack-a-punching your gun. That
Oh
annoys
no,
me.
I don't like that. That map.
They
in its
map
own
it out
didn't
for
have-
you though.
Yeah.
They literally give you the objective. They made it
Yeah.
too easy. For like maps on
like, they
BO3,
made that
you had
easy
to
to figure
figure it out. There was
No,
no,
I didn't.
oh, this is here, this is here.
The one thing though that bothered me about Black Ops 3 zombies and World War II zombies was that it was kind of like ridiculously hard to figure out. Like World War II zombies more so, but I mean, think back to like Revelations, Dylan. Like, you
That
remember
took-
watching that summer? That literally took days for
weeks.
people who
I
were
think it was
live
weeks.
streaming. It was literally weeks for people who were live streaming it every day, who were like professionals at zombies to figure it out before anybody else could do it.
Right. And now they're solving the
Like-
Cold War ones in like 2 hours. They're
Because
literally
they're given
making
the objective.
yeah.
So like they're making it easier nowadays, but I feel like Black Ops 3 zombies were hard to figure out.
It was,
They were,
no
yeah.
doubt.
I mean, World War II was even worse than Black Ops 3 was, admittedly. I didn't play it like a lot, but I did do every Easter egg in World War II, and I can tell you those are not easy.
Like
They were extremely complicated, extremely minuscule details you had to pay attention to. Like it was almost not fun. Like it was so complicated that
We
it
did
wasn't
the same
enjoyable.
exact thing.
Well, I saw everybody else going the other way, so I was
I
like,
went right into the sand though.
But like, I feel like BO3 zombies. That's where like peak zombies after BO2.
Oh, I agree.
And it gave
I think
you
BO is
something
bad. Oh,
like it gave me something to feel great about because I would sit there and do every Easter egg and I enjoyed it. Like I felt good about it. Like I enjoy doing those kind of Easter eggs. But mapping it out for me is no fun. Like I want to
Yeah.
figure it out. I don't want to. Like I enjoy writing all the steps down when I had to for BO3. That was fun to me.
Yeah, or like when we would run DE every night when I'd come over, like
Right.
EE.
Der Eisendruck. Yeah. Like just like running through that. Oh, I almost just got a hole in one. I'm not gonna lie.
It's enjoyable. Like it's
Yeah.
they gave it replayability, and that's what made BO3 really succeed. That's why people played it for years. Like
Yeah.
I just have a lot to say. I love that game.
Oh.
I'd marry that game if I were a person. I'm not lying. That's the thing.
Good work.
Be over with Nikolai.
Yes.
Everybody eagle this hole.
No, I
I think
did.
I did.
Shooting
I
it.
almost got a hole in one.
I almost did as well.
I literally rolled right past the hole.
Samesies.
It was big sad.
All right, and after that, you brought your score.
But like,
I've only gotten one hole in one in this game.
I've gotten really close a couple times.
I've got a bunch of them on this one course that Dylan made me do.
Well, no, I'm talking about like a legit course. Like one of the ones in my career, one of those.
Hole number 6.
I've gotten
Mike's
really
the only
close.
one that's actually holed and went like on an actual
Yeah.
course. But
103.
I guess I'm gonna ask this. I know
Might need a club or
most
two.
don't
fuck
care,
myself.
Really deep.
but like, do you prefer like the Treyarch games or the?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
100%.
Yeah.
Treyarch just makes better Call of Duties, hands
Right.
down.
Right.
Well, I can't
Or at
get them
least
all right.
in
I
today's
am,
era.
after all, only
I can
Yeah.
confidently say they do.
Here we go. This one for birdie.
Like, I feel like they really like set the tempo when they came out with BO2. Like that was.
I mean, that was the game to beat. And
Right.
honestly, to this day, I don't know if it has
Yeah,
been.
no.
This is for your par.
Nope. There's. I feel like there's gonna be nothing, unless they really remaster a game and make it better, like significantly better. Imagine if they remastered BO2.
I was actually about to say that.
Still for you after that hole.
I
would
stopped
be
myself
something.
and thought about that.
Yeah. That would be enjoyable. You know,
Right.
everybody would play that too.
Everyone would buy in a heartbeat. They make so much profit. It's not even
It would be a huge money grab, but I wouldn't even care.
Right.
Like
I'll spend whatever they put out for it. Like
$80, yeah, sure, why not?
sure. Yeah. I don't see the problem with that.
Wow, that
Pre-order everything.
Yeah.
But like if they pre-ordered or not pre-ordered, oh my god. I say pre-order now, I'm stuck on it. But if they remake most of the older Call of Duty games and make it
I
like
hate my life.
significantly better, they're gonna profit. I don't know why they aren't doing it.
Well, I mean, they did with
Yeah, but
Modern
they made it
Warfare
worse.
Remastered, and yeah, like Modern Warfare Remastered honestly wasn't good. I thought it was cool that
Nice.
I like the Modern
was it-
Warfare
was-
remastered.
was it Modern Warfare
Unpopular
2?
opinion.
Let's see what the
Yeah.
next hole has.
Was it Modern Warfare 2 that they just recently
The
remastered?
campaign.
Made the
It was,
campaign.
it was literally just a game. I enjoyed that.
Yeah,
I played it.
I did too, actually, because I wasn't old enough when Modern Warfare 2 came out, so like I didn't get a chance to play through the campaign. So getting to play through it, that was cool. I enjoyed that. I wish that they had brought back the multiplayer with it, though.
Yeah, that would have been great. No Russian,
Do
boys.
some,
No Russian.
stuff on
No
this
Russian.
Short par 4.
Oh, with Russians, bro.
You'd have to play the game to.
I
No.
did.
Oh, you did? So you remember that mission?
Yeah.
The airport, yeah.
Greatest mission ever.
Second shot here on hole number 8.
Kill a bunch of civilians, because why not? Prove a point.
Well done. All right, 8
That's
feet
like the
to
most
the
iconic video game moment in history.
It is, and it's literally about a terrorist attack. Like, no Russian is one of the most like iconic game missions ever. For bad or for for bad or for
Imagine if
good.
That, oh my god, that mission was so good.
Give this one a tap, and we will mosey on our way. Now let's see how that all adds up. And
What is
walking in
like?
at
I
4
know I
under
already said
moments.
mine's like God of War, but like, what is everyone's favorite current game?
Yeah, you might need a little
Current,
more
I
power.
would
You gotta
have
have
to
wind
probably
on this
say
hole.
You're playing
Gang
it, buddy.
Beasts. Yeah, this or Gang Beasts.
Yeah.
For me, it's probably Apex, unfortunately, as much as I hate to say that, because I always go back to it for some
Second
reason.
Shot on the 9th.
I like Apex a lot too. I suck at it, so.
Looks like this one has eyes for
But
the green.
I am old. I'm not supposed to be good at video games
Yeah,
anymore.
you're on the green
You
now.
There's an
are
echo now.
old.
Sounds like you went down an empty hallway.
Quite the view
I
from
went down
here,
something.
way out on the green. Good luck.
I feel like Apex really struck your fancy, Dad.
Yeah, like I said, I like it. I'm just not good at it.
You enjoy playing it. Like, it's a game you
Yeah,
enjoy
but I
playing.
enjoy playing this too. And this I'll play by myself. Apex I'll
Yeah.
only play if one of you guys is on.
Right. I don't get how Mike plays it alone. I don't get it.
I don't like other people.
Easy answer, I hate myself.
Here's a 7-foot putt.
He's a masochist. That's how he does it. He enjoys
So
pain.
far, so good.
Fair enough.
Awesome. That's a
He
par.
talks about jerking off with sandpaper and stuff, so.
That's fair.
There's nothing wrong with that, dude. You need a little grip sometimes.
Coarse grit or fine grit?
You got to start with the course.
Yeah.
That knocks down all the hard spots. then you move on.
Gets rid of the calluses.
Yeah, and then you move on to the finer grit, you know, because that's what gives you the smooth.
It's when you move on to like the 80 grit.
Goodbye.
Blood is a great lubricant.
After a
than
few strokes, it
Astroglide.
gets sticky, though. No, Astroglide's the way to
Oh,
go.
how is this not going to be called an unplayable lie? I hate
Oh,
you,
yeah.
game.
What the
Where's
hell?
that going? That's going a mile away.
We totally just went on a totally like stiff socks podcast type.
Stiff socks?
Have you
It's a
ever heard that's
podcast.
it's a
Trevor Wallace.
hilarious podcast. Yeah, and Michael Blaustein, dude. It's an amazing podcast.
You gotta
I just
listen
know
to it. It's on YouTube.
most teenagers lose their virginity to socks.
Yes, so do most people.
Oh,
Did you not hear what you just said?
yeah.
Okay.
Most teenagers lose their virginity to socks.
Like the fucking Boston Red Sox.
Guarantee you think they're fans in the dugout.
Oh,
No comment.
Yeah,
For the 70-foot putt.
I thought it was funny. I don't.
Who's watching?
thought it was
Who's
funny.
watching
I
the
can't
70-foot
see
putt?
it. I wish there was a way I could spectate you guys.
Oh,
I know, right? That's the one thing
I gotta hit
nice
bogey.
about turn base, but it takes too
That was
long.
par 5. I'm good.
Down to 5 under par.
Oh,
Nothing like
this
the silly sevens.
this is great.
This has been a good podcast. This was fun.
Yeah, I think we're running out of ideas, so we should call it.
Yeah, even though we didn't finish the last round, I'd say
Yeah, it's all right.
don't
Thank
do
you.
drugs unless
Yeah.
you're with Craig.
whoa.
Don't jerk off with sandpaper unless you're with Mike. I don't know. Stay in school.
There's a drive.
No. Do drugs,
Cool.
stay out
in
of school.
Yeah.
Drink Yoo-hoo.
On hole number 11.
An apple a day keeps the doctor away.
I'd argue otherwise. Because, there's just rectal doctors.
Not the best result there.
Well,
That was some gnarly
Hey,
stuff.
what you do in your
Don
spare
got home
time?
early, eh?
Setting up here now.
What you do in your spare time, bud? You're an adult now.
But, yeah, thanks everyone for watching. Even though I had a little support, not a lot,
birdie.
but I appreciate
Nice
it.
chip in there. Don't be too
And,
cocky with
yeah,
it.
we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
Dawson carried the whole
See ya.
conversation on his own.
Hey, I'm good at talking, man.